It wasn't a stupid conversation.
Right.
Too soon.
Too soon.
You know one thing on both sides of the football, a minimum. The left tackle played bad. The right tackle. Wait. I absolutely wish the public could hear the start of this show, Brandon, to hear how these guys are arguing as well, and yet still, we welcome you to the show that the pros watch. I'm James Brown. After a week of explosive fourth quarter football and a showdown of the NFL's two most electrifying quarterbacks, the hard-hitting trio here. Well, actually, only Ray is the hard-hitting part of this trio, right?
That's debatable. That's debatable.
That's debatable. What's
debatable?
Brandon, who wants to go? Who do you select to go first?
Give it to the old man. Let the old man go.
That's the only old man in this table.
Wow. Well, wait. Hold it. Ready, everybody? Hold it. Yeah. You hear that? Silence. Michael's not here. Okay. So we're off to a really good start. Santa, good to see you made the show. Really happy about that. And damn, you've changed, Santa. But I just want to go real quick. Patrick Mahomes in the game the other night. Wow. We saw once again last night what a special player he was. He does special things on the football field that other quarterbacks at any level don't do. I got one real quick play I want to show you what he does and just what it separates. Here he is, dropping back, and he backpedals. There's a free blitzer, so he keeps going away from the line of scrimmage and makes another deep throw down the field. Not any other quarterback in football does this. Usually these move up in the pocket, go out. Yeah. He goes backwards to throw the ball off balance. Really special there. And one other really quick thing. No crowds at the games. It's really making a difference.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers?
Absolutely.
Okay, that game.
In New Orleans.
He won the game in New Orleans because he's up there and he's going, and he gets Demario Davis, said. Got him. Yeah, baby. Throw it in the end zone. Pass interference. Two-score lead.
I tell you, what do we learn, right? Watching the game is different. It's just different, right? I'm sitting over some guy's house, and the essence of this game, JB, when I scrapped up my pads for 17 years in the National Football League, was to beat the other man beside me, but I knew somebody was watching me. I knew somebody was playing close details to that. And the game has changed so much because now it's all about fantasy. Yeah. Like, I'm sitting next to guys, and they're like, oh, my gosh, like, my guy's 3 points down, and I lost the game. And yesterday, guy sitting next to me, Cohen, gets hurt, right? And he's like, oh, my gosh, my fantasy team is messed up. All I'm saying is this, and you guys know this because we're in a very unique fraternity. This game is played through the essence of God's spirits. And what we're turning this game into is a game. It's not. It's people's livelihoods every day who transition. So I'm just telling you guys, you can't watch the game no more and really appreciate the game because everything is about, oh, this fantasy player and that fantasy player. What about this young boy?
Yes or no? You guys feel the same way?
Yes, that's what it is. Look, the public will yell at you now, not for winning and losing the game, but, you got to do better for my fantasy team.
Wow.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, you guys left me like 10 seconds.
No.
Phil
Go ahead.
I'll be quick here. You guys keep trying to haze me. You talking about my suit. You always picking on me offset, but I don't even know if I want to give you this gift.
Oh.
You know what I learned? This is what I learned. My wife came to me. She said, Ray is really taking this cycling thing serious. And there's a lot of ex-NFL players, Fred Taylor, Reggie Wayne, right down the road from you, that's taking this biking thing serious. You lost like 20 pounds. So she made you a cycling suit. This is Mishi. She made Ray a cycling suit.
Wow,
Brandon, don't never throw nothing. Just
So you thank Mishi for that? She's been watching.
Tell her
very good.
You.
But here's the deal. What did I learn? I'm tired of this debate and this discussion about the quarterbacks. We talked about Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, and it's about them two and their record. No, this is a team sport.
Absolutely.
This isn't basketball where one guy can impact and change the outcome of a game and lead this team to a championship. It doesn't happen like that. So when you look at Lamar Jackson and you look at Patrick Mahomes and all this talk leading into this this game, and then now these discussions, well, Patrick Mahomes is better, and the Kansas City Chiefs are better, and they show Lamar's stats. Well, did he give up that play before half?
No, he don't play defense.
He don't play defense. Now, can he get better? Of course. And we all got opportunities to get better. Right. So I just want to address that, because to me, when we talk about how this Baltimore Ravens team is built, they're built in a way where it's around his strengths. Yeah. Right? We run the ball, play action. Now, when you're behind, this is the challenge, and this is the opportunity for them to fix where there's some blind spots. They haven't worked on, when they're behind, opening up the offense, spread, all go special, letting this kid operate in the pocket because he needs to open it up. So this is less about Lamar Jackson and more about Greg Roman and this team. It's not a bad thing.
That's good.
But now let's develop this kid, because playing ahead, no one can play with us. But if we fall behind, we got to let this kid open up and throw it around the field.
That's good, Brandon.
Mishi showed some love to
he showed some love
to Sugar, huh?
Did you see that?
The Sugar.
Well, when y'all see Sugar on the road with this one here.
Look at him. Hey, folks, as we tape here on Tuesday at midday, the NFL has issued a statement saying that 3 Tennessee Titans players and 5 other staff members have tested positive for COVID-19. Both the Titans and the Vikings, who the Titans played on Sunday, will suspend in-person club activities starting today. And we'll have much more on this breaking story when Judy Batista joins us later in the program. But for now, so unbeaten Buffalo, one of the more exciting stories in the early part of this season. And you know what? There are plenty of others to talk about as well. So it's time for our new segment. Who named this segment this way? Can we please talk about ...
Yeah,
Sugar.
Phil ain't never putting out a segment like this.
Nothing good?
Yeah, this is all for us. This is all for us.
Keep laughing.
No, I'm just saying, Phil.
Yeah, I know.
I love you. Trust me. It's love here.
I got you.
But, man, we got to talk about DK Metcalf, man.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, come on, guys. I need us to tell, somebody has to tell me, he is a difference maker, right, on the football field. 6'5"?
Yeah.
6'5", 4'3", 4'40"?
Yeah, 230.
230 and running like that? I mean, he baptizing people. He reading the Bible.
Say baptized.
I don't do that.
No, that's good.
He going all the way down, right? So help me out.
You know what I love about him is you go back a couple of weeks. I think it was the Patriots game. He had that catch over Gilmore.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people see, oh, that was a nice throw and it was a nice catch, but it's really the body control.
Yeah.
To be able to have a guy on your back, you make that catch, and then also have the strength and the stability to break through and continue going. Like that, to me, solidified, like this could possibly be the best receiver in the league right now.
Yeah, and let me keep jumping around. Hold on, Phil, don't you jump just yet.
No, it's your show. I'm the king.
But I mean, do you see the way Cam Newton look in that New England uniform?
Yeah.
He just look good.
He look good? You like
He
it?
look good. I like Cam. Kyler Murray is something else.
Hold on.
Josh
Don't just pass through Kyler Murray like that.
Ooh.
I mean, look,
No
sweet
question.
feet.
No
I mean, you can throw
Sweet feet. He got in front of that boy. That's how Marshall hit me.
That's back-to-back games.
That's back-to-back.
That's back-to-back games.
That's back-to-back games.
Did either of you think he was going to be that good?
I did.
Yes.
I
Did
did.
you
I
really?
watched this kid in college, man. Same thing with Lamar Jackson, right? People say, oh, Lamar can't do this. Watch the boy play football.
Kyler's got some sweet stuff
he's
with
a
him.
grown man.
You're talking about DK Metcalf. Just think how it's coming about. He's getting to show his talent, which I always say, you know, you can have talent, but are you going to have a coach that's going to let you show it off and make it better? But the thing is, Pete Carroll knows his football team.
Yeah.
And they're not very good on defense. So they're playing all out, blitzing, whatever, score quick, put Russell Wilson on the field. Now, finally, after 8 years, finally, it's about Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, they're going to have career years, and so is Russell Wilson.
Josh Allen, is he worth talking about?
But these Buffalo Bills.
Yo, go ahead.
These Buffalo Bills in the AFC.
Yeah.
Are the Buffalo Bills serious?
They're serious.
I think they're serious.
I had an opportunity to speak to the team or just the pass catchers and the offensive guys this offseason. Coach Dayball was with me in Miami, and he gave me an opportunity. And these guys were locked in. They said that this was their moment. They knew if they had a great offseason, they could use this as an edge. So I think they're serious. I don't understand why people overlook them and disrespect them. This team is good.
What did the players, these receivers, say about Josh Allen?
Oh, they love him. They loved him being one of the guys. They think he has a lot of ability. But the biggest thing is he's relatable.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't get that a lot at the quarterback position when you're playing lights out like Josh Allen. Some think it's too early to throw him in the MVP discussion, but he's right there. He should be.
Why do the players say he's likable? Why is that important to them?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, because and I don't blame the quarterbacks, but like quarterback, it's like a bridge between management and the players, right? So sometimes the quarterbacks take it a little bit too far and they're not in the locker room. And when you find the quarterbacks, right, Phil, that the guys can sit down with at the in the cafeteria, in the locker room.
And just be normal. Just be a teammate.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Don't be the quarterback.
I mean, he came from Wyoming. You know, everybody beat on him coming out in the draft. Oh, his completion percentage. Hey, how do you like me now? How do you like him now? But still, people won't believe it. Oh, it's because of Brian Daboll. Oh, they got Diggs. It's not Josh Allen because they were haters when he came out. But he is a guy. He goes on the field. Man, let's get some action. I want a ball. I mean, I hate to say that he's a baller, but like you said, he's one of the guys, and it's about just fighting and doing whatever it takes. I think his personality of a player really comes out when you watch the Buffalo Bills and the whole team. Sean McDermott has done a great job. The draft picks, the free agents, getting the right kind of guys. The Buffalo Bills, for real, they're going to be in this all year.
Two more players, Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs,
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is really the key to their team.
One player that Ray loves to talk about, who would you guess?
Jared Grady.
And he's pretty close to him. As a matter of fact, the young man calls you what? What does he call you?
Uncle.
He calls you
Uncle last
Ray.
night.
Well, the other thing I'd really love to talk about, there's just one other thing I think it's great, is that we got something coming this year. It's going to be awesome, not on the football field, but right here. We're going to have an arm wrestling contest between these two.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Right here, baby.
Tackle Grady.
That's what I'm waiting to see.
Defensive player, mic'd up for the visit of the Chicago Bears. Go ahead.
Go, nephew.
So I guess it's only natural to say that after watching and listening to the Watt brothers, it only makes sense to talk to our guys because you guys know what it's all about, being parents, watching and listening with family matters being the theme, if you will. Family time. You know what? You had two sons to play in the league. How difficult was it, especially given that they were quarterbacks, for you to watch them, and especially relative to the criticizing?
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, it wasn't bad because I played, so I knew what was going to they were going to go through and what people were going to say. Of course, I moved about every series. I would move my seat. You know, I would leave every section after every series because, people around you going, oh, the quarterback, and they just say the vilest things ever. I just go, wow. So I'd get up and move to somebody else before they realized it was me.
Fun fact, I played with both of his sons.
And
you did, that's right.
Awesome. What was that experience?
Awesome. Some of my favorite teammates. With the New York Jets, had the young one, had Junior, and then I had Chris Sims in Denver.
Hey, but you made some assumptions about the way they grew up.
Everybody from different environments, different places, think differently. So that means we're not going to dress the same. I can't dress like you. You're from the Hamptons.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Chris and I, we used to go at it. He was one of my all-time favorite teammates. It's noted. Everyone knew that I played on the edge and I wore my emotions on my sleeves. And that was like at the peak of, where I was really struggling. And, Chris was the guy on the sideline that would pull me to the side and just get me in shape, and I really appreciate him for that.
Just like my sons, right? I have two sons at Kentucky right now. And it's, wow, for me to just sit back and watch them every time they do it, right? It's like Phil said, one of the things that we couldn't do all the time because we was always working, right? When I was playing, they would always play on a certain night and I would have to miss the games, whatever. But when you talk about that family dynamic, for me, and you know me, I'm running up and down the sideline. I am talking to the referee.
No.
I am talking. JB, I'm all in.
Phil. As a matter of fact, let's see if we have some
let's see
footage.
the big boy.
Man.
Talk to us, Sugar.
Go, shot! Go, Shotty!
Ray!
Yeah, I know.
Relax.
There you go, Junior. Here we go.
I'm telling you.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Cause we breed them, man. We breed them, man.
See if you don't go sit your butt in the stand.
I ain't sitting down in the stands. I'm on the sideline. I feel everything they feel.
Phil, is that you at the games?
No, I sit quietly and try not to be seen because, again, I don't want to hear. You know, I go back to this. My mom, I played 15 years, and I came home that summer after I was let go by the Giants, and I'm sitting there, and she goes, "Now, Phil, you know, I don't take this the wrong way, but I'm kind of glad it's over." And I go, "Really, Mom?" She goes, "Well, you know, because I started getting nervous every Thursday.
Yeah.
And then Friday I was really nervous.
Right.
And Saturday I couldn't sleep. And then, you know, then the game would be over, and then I'd have to wait, and then here comes another week." So the family really takes it. Like when we lose with the Giants, my wife going to the grocery store, my kids going to school, being a quarterback, you know, they heard it all the time.
Yeah, I tell you, my mom was probably for me, every Sunday for me was Mother's Day. Like every Sunday. And so when I joke around with Judy talking about bringing her holy oil, my mom drops me bags of holy oil. They got prayer cloths I'm wrapping in on Saturday night. But the family dynamic is actually what drove me to never give in or give up. Like it was the one commitment that I knew my kids were always watching.
You know, there's a lot of great stories, but I hate to go here, but also when we talk about the family dynamic, they also take on all the stresses.
Absolutely.
That's right, big time.
You know, what's interesting is I'm only 2 years removed from the game, and now outside looking in, I can see how locked in I was.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, we talk about, you know, you go through the week. There was times where I didn't even talk. You know, come Friday, I didn't talk. Saturday, definitely didn't talk. So locked in, and our families, they deal with that as well. So now I'm being removed. You know, I can see like, wow, yeah, I put a lot of stress on my family dealing with football.
The story you're telling is true, but we're having a hard time believing that you didn't talk.
Great. Is that why we come out of the production? Well, as we promised you and mentioned earlier, the breaking news story as we tape here on Tuesday afternoon is that the NFL announced that there are 3 Titans players and 5 staff members who have tested positive for COVID-19. And for the latest on that, we turn now to our NFL insider, senior writer for NFL.com, Judy Batista. Judy, lay it out for us.
So Tuesday morning, some test results came back for the Tennessee Titans. 3 players, 5 staff people tested positive. Those were tests taken on Monday after the game on Sunday. They played the Vikings on Sunday. So what the league is doing is they are shutting down the teams for the time being. The Vikings and the Titans, they will work remotely, which means, of course, no practice. They'll have to do meetings remotely. They'll watch film remotely. There's no timetable for when they'll allow them back in the facility yet. They have games scheduled for this weekend. Right now, the plan is to proceed. The Pittsburgh Steelers, which is the opponent that the Tennessee Titans have on the schedule for Sunday, have been told to proceed as if the game is on until told otherwise. So that's what they're doing. The Vikings play the Texans. Everybody is in a holding pattern. They are proceeding as if a game will take place, but those decisions are going to be made during the week.
Competitive advantage, Ray. Like, I mean, think about what Judy just said. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're going to continue to play and practice as if there's going to be a game Sunday, and then you got another team, JB, that is having practice and meetings remotely and virtually.
If I can I fill in a blank here? The league, before the season, created a committee of former players, former coaches, former general managers to address competitive issues just like this related to COVID. If a team had an outbreak like what we're seeing now, what would you do? Do you need to postpone the game? Do you move the game? Do you cancel a game outright? When would you reschedule it for? So that committee, in concert with Roger Goodell, the commissioner, is going to have to make that decision based on the information that we get for the rest of the week. Things like, do more players test positive during the week?
Yeah, and I think that's what my concern was before we even started the season, right? This is not the NBA, right, where you can put everybody in one bubble. This is where leadership becomes crucial.
Yeah.
Right?
Leadership by whom, Ray?
By people that's in that locker room, and it ain't coaches.
Locker room.
Yeah, it's players.
And what should happen now?
It's very simple. If you're Russell Wilson in Seattle, I get the number one thing you're saying is, look, all of us must make sure we're accountable to what we do once we leave this facility.
But right? Brandon, you talked about what a lot of the young guys are doing, though.
Well, you got to think about this, what Ray's saying. Before the season, I just thought it was interesting and just dumb seeing players a week before camp have yacht parties. 2 weeks before camp, players are at Disney World.
Yeah.
So going into it, I was like, how the heck are they going to be able to control it? Because you're competing against the opposing team and COVID-19.
Yep.
So the team, a lot of people are like, well, why you pick Seattle? Because they have the leaders in the locker room to do that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not Russell Wilson. It's really like Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner.
Why Bobby?
I was there for a couple of months. It was my last stop, and Bobby just has this aura around him, similar to Ray Lewis, where he stands in front of the room and he says, this is what we're going to do. Remember, the Seattle Seahawks, they had the first incident where a player tried to sneak someone in to the hotel, and we saw how fast they reacted to that and cut that player. Ray Lewis, if you were in this moment, what would you have done to prepare for this season?
Yeah, that's what's interesting because that's what we did. That's what I did, right? When I took all the guys and started bringing them to my house, right? Back then. And the pandemic is no different. It's bringing these guys and get them to understand this is way bigger than anything that you can. But the one thing that you can get from this is if you stay eagle-eye focused in this moment right now, a lot of people are not.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yep.
And the ones that stays focused on what the key is, right? But they can't hear that from ownership.
It's an edge.
You got to hear from the locker room.
They got to hear from the
but
locker
Judy,
room.
to be clear, at this point, there's no idea where they contracted it from, how they tested positive.
No, a Tennessee Titans assistant coach tested positive late last week. He did not travel with the team, so it's unclear if this is related to his positive test. I would add one thing to what you guys have been saying. The league has been saying consistently that personal responsibility was going to be a big factor in keeping the season going. My question, I guess, is can the Tennessee Titans, if they are shut down, really play a game on Sunday if they are unable to practice?
Look, Thursday night games already give me a problem, right? Now you're talking about not being able to go through a walkthrough, not be able to go through nothing. You're saying you want me to virtually do that? You don't virtually get ready to hit Derrick Henry in the mouth. Hopefully you see what that looks like before you get to that point. And I just think it's different. I just think
I don't know, Rick.
Every team is different.
I don't know.
You would still line up.
Yeah, I would, and I think the league should play because there's so much uncertainty, and I think we have to be agile in this moment. You know what's going to happen if there's 4 or 5 teams and we're going to continue to postpone games. I think we have to be agile.
Because the most important thing here, first of all, is human life. I get the game, but that's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about you come Saturday. We walk in there and there's no positive test. I think we line up, and I don't think. Yes, there is a
without
little
practicing
bit of,
though.
But here's my thing: there came, and you know this as well.
Yeah.
There come a moment in our careers where we walk in like, you know what? I already had all the reps. I think there's a few younger guys that need those reps, but the most important part is mental. 80% of the game is mental. That walkthrough to me, is more important than it is the actual full season.
So, hey, folks, we will continue. Hey, Judy, thank you very much for the information.
Judy.
And Judy said that all of the variables have been covered preseason by NFL. All right, folks, from the latest edition of Fitzmagic, we turn now to something that does just a little tad less spellbounding, I guess we could call it. Time for Dear Insiders. Hey, this one goes to Santa Claus. Dear Brandon, I've been watching the show, and I really love your fashion-forward look today. However,
Thank you.
When are you going to send my suit back? Thanks in advance. Santa Claus from the North Pole.
Hold up. You know, that don't sound like Santa. That's that guy right there. That's that guy right there.
I didn't write that.
You definitely wrote that.
No, I didn't.
Come on, man.
Hey, give us a ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey,
Oh, yeah. No, it's good. It looks
all
great.
of y'all will love this one. Dear fellas, I miss you guys, and I'm really sorry I couldn't be there today. You know I'm the hardest working guy in show business, but do you think this old man has any chance of catching me? Thanks in advance, Michael the Playmaker from every football show on television. Let's give a look.
What the heck?
Hold on. Phil gets here at 7 a.m. Time out. Hold on. Time out. Did that say 7 a.m.?
Phil's here early.
Everybody's looking at the same thing. Yes, it says 7. So listen to me, Phil.
What?
You need real friends. I need to be.
You said real friends?
Because you doing this, that's loneliness.
7 a.m.
Right? Like you can't do that all the time, Phil. I get it. It's your job.
Trust me, Ray. You said you're going to give me a shirt that Ray Lewis likes me. I look forward to that shirt.
Hold on. I think it needs to be noted that our production meeting doesn't start till 10 a.m.
But it needs to be noted that Michael Irvin wrote this.
Right.
And I can really say this. Michael's not here, and we don't miss him.
At all.
Hold on.
No, you know what? I miss my boy. Don't
Hold on. Let me take this opportunity. Where's the camera at? Put the camera on me.
Don't put that camera on that suit.
Put the camera on me.
Don't put that camera on that suit.
I'm tired.
Don't put the camera on that suit.
No, this is serious.
Brandon, listen, what's serious?
I'm tired of this. I'm tired. Look at the work ethic. That's Hall of Fame work ethic.
Right.
From a football standpoint, winning Super Bowls. And then he develops 2 young men. He got two boys that play quarterback in the National Football League. And now he has a son that's going to be better than him on TV. Can we please get this man in the Hall of Fame as a contributor?
Oh, no. Hell, come on.
I can't even say it. No, I'm tired, Phil. I got it, Phil.
Give it to me, Santa.
I got your back, baby.
All
Put the man in the Hall of Fame. If he don't want to say it, I'm going to say it. Okay? Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Ray, help me out. Brandon, help me out. Fellas, what is wrong with my phone
Hey, it's a registered weapon. That's how big it is.
No, but I mean, at the boot camp, all the NFL players were laughing at me because what's wrong with this?
JB.
Yeah.
Nobody's had one of those for 10 years.
No, Phil. 25 years.
They don't make them anymore.
JB, listen.
I mean, look at the size of it.
Moses.
JB.
How about
Moses. Moses went across the Red Sea. He parted the Red Sea and said, just follow me.
Hey, folks, that's it for us. Thank you all for watching. I like my clip. I put it on my jeans.
Look at this
folks,
clip.
We'll see you next week on
Look at the
Inside the
size of
NFL
this clip.
right here on
Showtime. Man, this a computer screen. What you holding in this?
And then, Phil, he gets on you. He and Brandon get on you because you got your money wrapped in a rubber band.